Hey there, everybody, what's going on? Sean here with the Tech Gremlin Warrior, and today we are going to play with setting up a free business email on Zoho's Forever free plan. So in my last video, I introduced you to Zoho and walked you through what that looks like. I want to take that one step further and actually set up an actual email. Once we're done, you'll know everything you need to know on setting up a business email. Again, completely free. You just have to have your own domain using Zoho's Forever free plan. So no worrying about $7, $8 a month with Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace. This is, again, completely free. If you're wanting to figure out how to do this, let's jump in and let's have some fun. All right. So I've got three tabs open. We've got Zoho.com/mail. That's where you want to go to actually start setting this up. I've got the DNS settings kind of opened up over on Cloudflare. If you have your domain name somewhere else, like if it's on GoDaddy, then right, you're going to want to be over there. If you're on Namecheap, you'll want to be over there. And then, of course, I want to tie a Gmail account to my Zoho login again, so if anything ever happens, I can easily get to my Gmail account, which is completely free, and access any kind of codes or anything else like that that I need. With that, I want to make a recommendation. If you own mysite.com, all right, my recommendation, go check and see if mysite@gmail.com is available. And if it is, go and grab it. So in other words, this email that I'm going to be using, I've not set anything up yet for weavercreekplumbing.com. Weaver Creek Plumbing is a completely fictitious business I created. What did I do? I went over and went to Gmail and I got myself set up with weavercreekplumbing@gmail.com. And so I've now got both that domain name I own, and I also have that associated Gmail address. That being said, let's kind of jump over here to zoho.com/mail. Once we are in there, we're going to want to just go ahead and go over to pricing, and that's where you will find the Forever Free plan, which is kind of buried. I went over that in that last video. Scroll on down, and as we scroll down, we get to this point where we've got these 4 tiles. And again, you see this one right away. It says take it for a spin, start a free trial. And you're thinking, oh, that's not forever free. That's a trial. Well, right below that, right here, is that forever free plan that, again, this allows you to have up to 5 emails, all right, with your domain. So in this case, I could have Sean@weavercreekplumbing.com. I could have help@weavercreekplumbing.com. I could set up hello@weavercreekplumbing.com. Again, up to 5. All right. In this video, we're just going to set up the one. We're going to set up Sean@weavercreekplumbing.com. All right. So let's go ahead and click on sign up now. All right. So I love the little gear icons that run there. That's always fun. So again, what we're doing here is we've got our sign up for a Zoho workplace, and they just want your name. We'll go ahead and do Sean, and then email address weavercreekplumbing@gmail.com. All right, we got our password in there. We've got our email address. Again, I'm going to go ahead and use my Gmail address that I created for this particular account. And then there's a little checkbox for I agree to the terms of service and privacy policy. Sure, why not? Got to do that. And then we'll go ahead and click on the red sign up button. All right. And this is where that Gmail address that I had that I recommend having you set up, right? Because this is where it's going to send it to. Now, what's kind of nice is that you can change the email address if you need to. But again, we're going to enter our OTP that's being sent to weavercreekplumbing@gmail.com. We'll go over here and let's see. I was hoping to see I could see it in there. I don't. I'm just going to go ahead and copy this and then delete that. I don't even need it anymore. And then we'll go on back and enter that and do a verify. All right. So what's really kind of cool about all this is as we go to set all this up, a lot of this is automated. It's still going to take a little while for us to kind of get things set up, but there is a whole lot of automation in here. All right. So if you wanted to, you could buy a domain. You could use the buy now option if you wanted to. I've already got it, obviously. We're going to go ahead and just click on add now. All right, provide your existing domain name, pop in here, and we've got Weaver Creek, come on, plumbing.com. Provide your organization name, sure. Looks like that's required. It's got that red asterisk by it, Weaver Creek Plumbing. We have to use the industry type, although there's not a red asterisk next to it, it is required. So here, let's see what we got here. The most obvious thing, services. Let's just see here. Professional services, non-IT. You have other organizational services. And yeah, doesn't really matter what you put in here. I'm surprised that they're forcing you to have that in there, but that's fine. Now we'll go ahead and click on Add Now. All right. So this is where some of that automation kicks in. You have proceed to domain verification. We'll go ahead and click on that blue proceed. And what it's doing now, it's going to connect to your domain, and it's giving us an option to log into it. All right. You'll go ahead and just simply click on that. We're going to go ahead and just click on authorize, and boom, we're already set. Here, your super administrator, Sean at weavercreekplumbing.com. So it automatically just took my first name that I put in that name field and is putting it here. We could change it if we wanted to. And again, we can do up to 5 emails here. We could do hello at weavercreekplumbing.com. I'm just going to leave it at Sean. And then we're going to go ahead and click on create. And again, going through all of its stuff. All right, so this is showing us the list of users that have been added to the organization. Click on user's name to view the detailed information about that particular user or to change the user's specific settings. All right. Now, down in here, we have back to hosting summary. We don't really need to do that. But we got to set up groups. So we've got the next step down here, and it's not really intuitive what to do next, but we need to go into these setup groups. Really, you don't really need to have groups in Zoho. You could just skip this, and that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to go and skip right over this and go right into DNS mapping. All right. So here we are. Again, it's asking us to log into DNS again. We're going to go ahead and click on log in to my DNS. Again, it should do it automatically. It might need to have us do some other stuff, but right here, see, these are all the records it's going to add to my DNS over here. Let's take a peek over this right now. I'm going to go over to DNS, and we should have that one DNS record, that one text record that it showed us earlier. We're going to go over to records, and there it is, right there. That's the one that it added. All right, how cool is that? Now, if we go back over here, we're going to go in here, and we're going to click on authorize. Basically, what we're saying is go ahead and add all these records to our DNS records over on our DNS server. All right. So everything's been configured. We have our MX records, our SPF record, and our DKIM records. How do we know that? Let's go on back over here and let's do a refresh and watch what happens. It's going to be like magic. Boom, right there. What I tell you, all these records here have all been added by Zoho for us. All right. Now, we've got this proceed to email migration. If you had email set up somewhere else, you could go and use this proceed to email migration. We don't have, this is a brand new account. I don't have any migration that I needed to take care of. But I'm going to go ahead in here anyway and just do proceed to migration. I can do a start data migration if I wanted to. The next option is proceed to mobile. I'm not going to go through setting up mobile. I'm not going to even go through and set up the desktop app today. Again, want to keep the video down to being manageably, not too long for y'all, right? If you want me to show you how to set up the desktop app, it should be relatively easy. Let me know in the comments and I can do another video on that. If you'd like me to go through and show you how to set up that mobile app. And again, in the earlier video I did on the introduction to Zoho, I showed you what the mobile apps looks like, what the web app looks like, and what the mobile app looks like. You can look at that video again up there. Go ahead and check it out. But in this case, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to click on proceed to mobile. Not going to really even worry about it. It's giving us an option right here to click on download the mobile app. Not going to even worry about it. I'm just going to go ahead and go right to proceed to setup completion. and then check your inbox. Go right to the web interface right here and go right to my inbox. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and set up our time zone. And for me, I am in the Mountain Standard right there. And then we'll go ahead and click on the next setting. I'm just going to leave it at Sean. We're going to leave the signature at Sean. That's fine. And then in here, you can pick your colors. Yeah, let's do this. We're going to do black and gray. Again, just pick the one that you like. Go on over and bam, your account's all set up, and we're going to go ahead and do that. There we are. We are now in our Zoho Mail. Again, with the free Forever Free plan, I mentioned this in that last video, you do have to use Zoho's email tools to manage your emails. And okay, what I mean by that is even though you now own and have set up Sean at weavercreekplumbing.com or Jane Doe at mysite.com, doesn't mean you can just go and set that up through your Outlook and say, hey, I want to manage that on my Outlook account, or I want to manage that on my Google Workspace account. Because we are using Zoho's Forever Free plan for our emails, we have to use Zoho's tools. Now, if you did want to have the ability to manage your email through an Outlook account or through a Google Workspace account, or you wanted to add it to Mozilla Thunderbird, you could do that, but you have to pay. You have to get the paid plans. All right, they're not terribly expensive. They're like $1 a month or something like that. They're pretty reasonably priced. All right, for me, and when you're just starting out, getting your business going, this is perfect. And the interface, like I mentioned in the last video, also is really polished, and I really like the interface. And so you do have to go log into your mail.zoho.com account in order to manage your email, send and receive emails. But again, for me, it's not a game changer. And this is what it looks like. We're all set up now. All right. So that's it, everybody. We've got our business email set up completely free. How cool is that? Thanks for watching.